Hey kitties! So today I'm here with another storytime video. I've gotten lots of requests to do storytime videos. We like your storytime videos. What else can you tell us? And I'm like, I've told you guys everything. Like, follow me on my vlog channel because everything happens there. We were actually at the airport and I remembered a story of when I was in the airport through security and legit, it was a shit show. So I'm gonna show you guys, by the way, what do you mean? He's just there, okay, for inspiration. So, what year was this? I'm bad with ages, years, and numbers. Well, I'm not bad with numbers, I'm bad with age. Well, I guess it's numbers, like, hi, my name's Samantha. 20, 21, yeah. And we were going to California, okay? So actually we were going to Vegas. And I hadn't been on a plane for some years, so I was a little bit anxiety, because I have anxiety. Put the stuff in through security, go through checkpoint, put your liquids in the crap or whatever, so I do that. I'm like so meticulous, like I legit have a lip gloss, like is this even allowed? Like I have a lip gloss, like I'm like so worried about everything, because even though I don't have anything on me, my mind starts spinning because we had like a cab on the way there. How do I know somebody wasn't in that cab earlier snorting a little stuff and then it's there and I like touch the handle? Well, now I literally have drugs on my hand and they tell me I don't. If I say like, no I don't, I wasn't doing it, they're like, well, it's on your hand. I'm like, well, I never have done that a day in my life. They don't believe me because it's on my hand. You guys know what I mean? Like that's what I think about, because I have those kinds of thoughts. So I'm going through security and I'm thinking all these things like, oh my god, I'm gonna get deported, like all these things, and I'm like in my city. So we're going and my mom's first, then my dad, then me and my brother. So we're going, blah blah blah. They're like, hi, how are you? Putting my stuff in those bins, separating my laptop and my purse in a separate bag. They start going. Everyone's going through. I buzz through the security. I'm like, oh my god. So like I start going, oh my god, oh my god. And they're like, take your shoes off, put them through. And then I don't buzz. So I'm like, oh my god, it was just my shoes. What's in my shoes? Like what kind of manufacturing is that? So I'm going crazy. Go through. Everything's fine with my body. And I'm waiting here to grab my bags. And they're not going through. And everyone is like waiting. Like I'm backing up this whole line because if you guys don't know, you put your stuff in the bins, like what you're taking on carry-on onto the plane. Your check-in is before you check it in, whatever it gets under the plane, who cares. But it's what you're taking on the plane through you. Your purse, your laptop, your cat, whatever you're bringing through has to go through in this like conveyor belt, and there's this guy or girl who sits there with a little computer and can like x-ray vision like Superman. Does Superman x-ray vision? I'm done. Anyway, so he looks through Superman's sitting there, he's looking through, and he can see everything in your bag. Like he can see if you brought anything, like a book on how to jump. You can see. And I have like nothing. I have like lip gloss and deodorant and a magazine on Backstreet Boys probably. So I'm like, hey, there's nothing in there, like cool. And they're like looking and calls like T452 code on his radio, and I'm like, is this for my shit, or like did you accidentally get somebody else's thing? Because now I'm thinking that somebody else's bag went through there and then they had something in their bag and it got like stuck, and then they came through, and then just so happens as my bag came through, it like fell out in my bag like pepper spray or something. So that's my thoughts. I'm like, cool, like can we just go? And he's calling people, calls a guy over. A guy comes over and they're like looking at me. They're asking whose bag that is, but like to themselves, they're not saying it out loud. And I'm like standing right there because I'm not gonna leave. Obviously my bag, I haven't got cleared through, but I've been cleared through as a person because they also check you to see if you beep or whatever. And they're like, we need you to come off to the side. And I'm like, oh my god, like freaking out. My mom's like, what's going on? And then they start putting other people's bags through. So my brother's behind me, he goes through, and there's all these people going through, and I'm the only one standing there, and we have a flight to catch. Good thing we're early. So I'm like, cool, that's awesome. Like, what do you mean? Like, hi. Drug test my bag, drug test my hands, and then they say that they may need to question me in the back. And I said, no, like, it's fine. You can talk to me here because I have nothing to hide. And I said, can I help you? Like, maybe there's something in the bag that I can tell you. You're free to go through any of my stuff. Can you let me know? So they put like literally all my stuff through, like my suitcase, my laptop, and I think that was it that I had. It was just my purse. My purse was the item of suspicion. They looked at me a little weird because I'm like listening to their conversation. I'm like interrupting them, being like, I can tell you what's in my bag. Like, show me what it is and I'll tell you what it is. And they were like, because they like to figure it out by themselves. They don't want like some girl being like, hey, that's that, and then being like, oh, okay. They flip the screen towards me and they're like, you have a taser in your bag. I'm like, what? No, I don't. what is life right now? No, I don't. And he's like, right here. And I'm not kidding you, it was a taser. Like, it was a taser, it had prongs on it like this, and it was a taser. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, actually, somebody's setting me up. Like, where's Ashton Kutcher? I'm being punked. Like, even though, like, I wasn't even making, like, I wasn't even a thing on YouTube. I was kind of like, you know, 200 subscribers, like, hi. But I'm like, this is a prank. Like, this is, I'm being punked. Like, looking at my mom, looking at my dad, they're like, you brought a taser? Like, thank you for disrupting our freedom. Bye, we're going to Vegas. And I'm like, flipping out, like, I don't have a taser. I don't have a taser. Can I see the bag? And they're like, no, 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 no. We might have to confiscate it. And I'm like, I have like my wallet in there, my money. I need to gamble. Like, I need to go. Oh, actually, I was 21. I was 21 because I was of age to gamble there. So I'm sitting there like, awesome. And then they're figuring it out. I'm like, I have no idea. My dad's like coming up to me like, Samantha, like, he's like disappointed in me for carrying a taser. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm like crying at this point because, you know, like, you know what's in your bag, but then people show you that that's not in my bag, and you start to believe it even though like it's not in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people like, they're like doing that shit to me, so I'm like, oh my god. Anyways, we finally figured it out. This is a 100% true story. So he's like, we're gonna have to take it to the back for questioning. I'm like, can I just see that screen one more time? So he turns the screen over to me, then my bag comes out from under there. They took like a big dozen pictures of it, so it's still on there, and it comes out of the conveyor belt. And I'm like, look, showing them everything in my bag. There's no taser in here whatsoever. And then I look at the front of my bag. It's a Juicy Couture bag. I don't know, I don't have it anymore because I threw it away. Not because of this incident, because like I used it so much because I love Juicy bags. But this is what the bag looked like. It's one of their Daydreamer bags. Beautiful bows on it. And on the front of the bag, it has a big, huge diamond ring looking charm on it that came with the bag. Now, the diamond ring is like about this big, and it's like has little, it kind of looks like this with prongs in it, like that, and then the jewel sits in there like a ring would. You guys see that? How a ring, like a bigger size of a ring like this, would like hold in the jewel like with claws. And that's what was coming up on the x-ray thing, was a thing with claws and prongs like this, as a taser would be with the prongs. So they basically said that I had a taser, and I was coming in there with a taser, and it was just the charm on the front of my jewelry. So you could take the charm off, so I took the charm off, and then we put that in separately, and there was no taser shown, and then we put that thing in, and that was there. I was like, I'm crying, like wiping off my makeup, like, I'm so sorry. For next time, I will tell the guy, like, that's not good, it's a big ring. And then they were like, why do you have that on your purse? I'm like, are you trying to tell me I'm tacky? Like, I'm tacky, I know, like, but that came with the purse, it's beautiful, and that's the kind of size of ring I want. It was like literally this big. So I was freaking out. Everything was perfectly fine. I did not smuggle any taser across the border, but they were trying to tell me I was, and it was exciting and happy. That was my story time. So heightened my anxiety, and I hadn't flown for a while, so I was like super scared about the plane flight. That's a little tip. I always like, whenever I make story videos, I don't want to make them about just like random stuff. Well, this is about random stuff, but like with no point. The point of this video is, even if there's something on your bag, make sure you know everything in your bag that's going with you. If you're even borrowing somebody's bag, look in every compartment, because if somebody has like a 40 in there of alcohol, and you're like, oh, thanks for the bag, and you don't even know, you don't even look at the back zipper part of it, and it goes through, and they're like, oh, you have a 40 of alcohol, bye, or whatever the rules are, whatever country or state that you're in, and they're like, you have that, and you're like, no, I don't, it's John's, and you're like, well, it's yours now because you brought it through. Stuff like that can happen. Make sure you know what's in your bag. Be smart, be safe, and do your own thing. Be confident, and know what you have in your purse, okay? Because I was like, I didn't have that, but I did. But it wasn't a taser, but it was a diamond ring thing. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Bye, cuties!